Hello guys, how are we doing today? Good to see you all in here as usual. Got a nice one for you today because we are teaming up with the man, the myth, the piece of muscle that sits number one on the worldwide ranked leaderboards. Azemo66, probably one of the very best All Mights in the game. Possibly the best, who knows. Very hard to tell who actually is the best of whatever character in this game because there's so many circumstances to take into account. But what I can tell you for certain is that Azemo is definitely one of the greatest All Mights around. As you're going to see from these games, very good player. Pure evil, I think in this match is like one of the first times I played with him, and he was also very good. Not quite sure where he sits on the leaderboard. But again, very solid player there. So yeah, this is a dangerous comp. You guys have probably seen it before, but with different players that I've been playing with. The combination of All Might and Endeavor alone is very dastardly. All Might and Endeavor are probably among the how do you even say it? Just the most frightening players to come across. Sorry, frightening characters to come across in My Hero Ultra Rumble when controlled by very skilled players. So, you know, very strong characters in the meta. And of course, when you couple that together with an All For One that knows what they're doing, it is a deadly composition. Truly a deadly composition. So, obviously, I've got with me these two guys, you know, Azemo and Pure for this game. Obviously, this is pre-recorded. I'm just going to be talking over it because I didn't really expect this to happen, so I was just kind of taking it in for the moment. And then I thought I'll just do some commentary afterwards. But yeah, here we are. And yeah, these guys are amazing. But of course, you know, the main focus is playing with Azemo66, the #1 ranked player in the world. At least at time of recording, he was. But yeah, I think him and Soldale are kind of, you know, locking horns, head-butting each other back and forth over the top spot. But yeah, Azemo is very solid. So yeah, as you can expect here, these guys are going to be doing most of the work. I'm just going to be here to give that sweet assist playstyle. When you're playing as All For One, you can rack up a lot of KOs, but a lot of the time, if your teammates are on job, you know, if they have their priorities figured out, you're probably just going to get a lot of assists more than anything because they're going to be taking advantage of all the stunning you can do with All For One's Gamma, as well as anything else that he does offer. So yeah, very strong combination. I would say, honestly, like if we're being completely honest, Endeavor and All Might plus anyone makes for a very strong comp because Endeavor and All Might are just ridiculous in general. You know, you have the aim assist of Endeavor that could literally take your kids to school for you if you needed. You know, it's very simple. And again, in the hands of great players, it's just like something else entirely. And All Might, very strong character. Even with all, like, you know, the subsequent little nerfs they touch upon him now and then, it's just drops in the ocean, really. All Might's always been a very strong character from day one. So from day one to day now, you know, he's always going to be a great pick for any team. Yeah, so when you have a character like All For One who can pull these guys in, you know, pull the enemies in for these two, it's always gonna, it's always going to be a bloodbath. It's always going to be a bloodbath. All For One looking like he's trying to figure out how to open a box, as if he's not the smartest villain in the entire world. God, I just got done watching that second episode of the new My Hero season. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, that new season has kicked off in quite a way, hasn't it? For those of you who are watching, I'm not going to say any spoilers, by the way. Don't worry, no need to, you know, have an aneurysm trying to click the pause button. I'm not going to say any spoilers. But yeah, it's been quite a start to the new My Hero Academia season. Let me know in the comments if you're watching it, but no spoilers though. Don't be that guy. Not even just for me, but for your fellow viewers. For your fellow viewers, don't be that guy. Stars and Stripe. Is it Stars and Stripes or Star and Stripe? I can't remember like if her name has an S at the end or not. I don't know if it's just me, but I think since All For One came out to All For One now, I think his beta makes them go into knockdown sooner than it used to, because I feel as if the beta could be held for longer and then you could transition into alphas. But these days it kind of feels as if the beta knockdown comes way sooner. Oh, I was so close to getting that heal for Azimo there. Twice's aimbot on his clone is so busted that I would actually rather have a Twice come out from me when I create a clone as All For One. You know, when I create an All For One clone, I'm like, I don't want this clown. Give me Twice, even though it makes no sense. Nice little idea there by the Endeavor. While I was rezzing the All Might, he threw his betas on me, which means if there was any melee characters within range that wanted to come and, you know, start performing Street Fighter combos on me when I'm going for a res, they'd get hit by the beta, so it would actually knock people away. So yeah, very smart move by the Endeavor Pure Evil there. He may be called Pure Evil, but that right there was pure intelligence. Who do you think is the smartest character in the game? It's probably All For One, right? I mean, you know, he's a literal evil mastermind. And I said My Hero Ultra Rumble specifically, so I'm not including the whole show. Just who's available in the game. Look at that, 7 assists. With teammates like these, who needs KOs? Trying to think who else could be as smart as All For One in the game. I mean, Aizawa is smart, but he's not. I don't think he's like a mastermind level smart guy. Yeah, it has to be All For One. I mean, Momo is clever as well, but All For One's got the accomplishments of his strategy that Momo doesn't. So I think Momo, maybe when she's all grown up, she could be one of the smartest characters in the whole of the show, but I think compared to All For One, she just doesn't have the experience. Look at that. These guys are menaces to society. Pure Evil and Azimo. Azimo being the #1 ranked player in the world on the leaderboards worldwide, PlayStation. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. We've got another one coming up for you. That one was pretty straightforward. The next one, I think will be a little bit more frantic. Something to, you know, test these guys a bit more. Myself included. When you have really good teammates as All For One, you almost don't even need to get involved. You're kind of just there in the background, just, you know, surveying things. And those guys are going to be doing everything. But obviously, you know, still want to put your foot in. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Alright. Round 2. Let's get into it. Where we, sorry, just a quick, very quick story. Where we work, at my station, you basically have to wear a camera on you. So the camera is always recording, you know, what's in front of you. So if, you know, customers or an incident happens, blah, 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 you know, you have your camera to back up whatever it is that happens. So, you know, fairly standard practice. But there was, this, I wasn't there for this, but it was my colleague that told me this. I just found it so funny. There was a guy who was drunk down on the platform, and, you know, he was looking a bit suspicious. So the supervisor and my colleague went down to chat to him, and the supervisor was wearing her camera, and she's basically telling him, you know, that he has to leave the station and all of this stuff. She shouldn't have really been telling him that, like there was better ways to handle it, but you know, that's just what she decided to do. And she's saying to him, you know, to leave and stuff. He's saying he doesn't want to leave. And yeah, she pointed at her camera and she goes, "I'm recording right now. You have to leave." And then he responded by pointing at himself and he goes, "I'm not recording right now. You have to leave." So stupid, but so funny. "I'm not recording right now. You have to leave." So yeah, she was telling him to leave the station and he didn't want to go. But yeah, again, that's not really much else worthwhile telling to that story. But in the end, he ended up getting on the train, and you know, the situation was dealt with. Happy days for everybody. But yeah, it was a funny story that I was told. And there's another one as well. This was a while ago, but there's like an exit part to where I work. So there's the exit where you leave the station, and then there's the entrance where you come into the station. But a lot of the time, people will come in through the exit thinking it's the entrance, so that they will come to the exit and they will ask to come through the exit to get into the premises. And obviously, you're not supposed to let them in through the exit because it's just not the way to do things. But people come down the wrong way to the station, and then they get snippy at you for not letting them through. You know, it's as if it's your fault that they didn't read the no entry signs and came down through an area that they can't get through. So now they're basically blaming you or putting it as if it's your fault. So anyway, some guy comes down with his partner, and they're like, "Oh, how do we get in?" And I said, "This is the exit. You can't get in this way. You need to go up the stairs at the end there, and you know, so and so, then come to the entrance." And he goes, "Can't you just let us through this gate?" And I said, "No." And then I explained to him why not. I said, "You know, if I let you through, everyone's going to want to come through. It can become a whole thing. Other customers, oh, you let him through, but you didn't let us, blah, blah, blah." So I said, you know, we're just not allowed to let people through this way. You have to go around the actual way. And then some people like that, I don't know if it's because he was just, you know, stubborn, or he wanted to make, you know, as if he could show his girlfriend that he could get stuff done. And he was like, "Come on, just open the gate, let us through." And I said to him, "No." I said, and then I reiterated to him, I said, "You have to go up that way, come around the station, blah, blah, blah. And then there's your entrance." And then he looked at me and he goes, "Do you really love your job that much?" And then I looked at him and I said, "And are you really that lazy?" And then he gave me this look. And his girlfriend sort of like nudged him, like, "Yeah, come on, just go." And then they walked away. This is the thing. If you're in the wrong as a customer, you don't get to be right if you're wrong. That phrase, "the customer is always right," doesn't make any sense. Never has made any sense. It's never the case. Customers who like to say things like "the customer is always right," or people who believe that, are normally the people who don't know what the hell they're doing, and they just want to be rewarded for being themselves in someone else's place of work. Uso? I love it when I get someone down from a team and another person like works so hard to secure my down for me. Like, I love that. I'm like, that's actually so nice of you. Like, you just made my moment to moment so much more simple. Thank you for that. Especially when it also gives you the chance to take advantage of them while they're doing your dirty work for you. Damn, like two people came out of that bush together. What were you guys doing in there? Hey, what's going on in there? why the bushes ruffling? Oh, that reminds me. I didn't see that new My Hero Academia movie. I don't even know if it's out. The fourth movie? Is it the fourth one? Yeah, the fourth one. I don't know if it's out or not. I'll have to look into that. But if it is, I'll need to check it out at some point. What do you guys think was the best My Hero Academia movie? There's 3. Well, there might be 4, but I ain't seen the fourth one, so just ignore the fourth one for now. Look at that, this guy had me cool. Then I was like, F this then. I started throwing hands like I was Mike Tyson. But hopefully Mike Tyson of old, not the Mike Tyson that might show up against Jake Paul. What was I talking about? Oh, I really do hope Mike Tyson beats Jake Paul, I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be funny either way. I think that's kind of a win-win result for me. Because if Mike Tyson beats Jake Paul, then I get to enjoy watching Jake Paul lose to Mike Tyson. But if Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson, so many people are going to be so mad that it's just going to be amusing either way. Because I'm not necessarily a Mike Tyson fan. Like, I don't really care about Iron Mike, really. Not that I don't like him. I just don't really have, you know, any real feelings about the guy. So it's gonna be fun either way. So either Jake Paul gets, you know, a satisfying L, or Jake Paul just makes everyone super mad, which is gonna be just as kind of fun. But yeah, anyway, back to the My Hero stuff. Yeah, I think Heroes... what is it called? Heroes Rising. The second My Hero Academia movie is the best movie. By the way, if you're a My Hero Academia fan, listen up. If you're a My Hero Academia fan and you haven't seen the second My Hero Academia movie, you have made a huge mistake, a huge error on your part, and luckily for you, I'm here today to tell you to fix that error. It is not only the best My Hero Academia movie, but it's probably one of the best anime movies, like from, you know, franchises that are normally series of all time. It is so up there. It's so good. My Hero Academia Movie 2, Heroes Rising. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I think it takes place like somewhere around season 4, season 5. So if you're around the season 4 or season 5 mark, or you've gotten past that, then you basically can watch it. So if you're still like between season 1 and 3, don't watch it because you're just not close enough, far enough in the show to really, you know, be justified to look at that. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, absolutely go check it out. Getting away from an endeavor who wants to hit you is really, really an experience. Like if you don't have things to block his view as you're getting away, you are gonna get melted. That is a guy who takes this game seriously. His username is My Hero Ultra Rumble Shigaraki. This guy does not like any other games. when someone's name is, you know, the name of the game you're playing, you know they take that game seriously. You should not take that guy lightly. Love that down there. Just held on to that alpha. I was like, you ready for it? And he's like, what? And bang! Held my arm back like I was an MLB pitcher. And then I swung that thing. Look at that. Your boy set and pure evil. Making sure the #1 player in the world gets back into this game. That Denki, I pulled him into the black hole of death there. He was pulled in, getting battered while having the zone take itself at the same time. He had no chance. That dude was finished. Submerged in pain. Your soul is mine. Oh my god, Homeland is coming to Mortal Kombat soon. I don't even play Mortal Kombat, but I love watching the cameo characters, or whatever you call, not cameos, sorry, the guest characters. I love seeing their intros, their fatalities, their moves. Yeah, I don't play Mortal Kombat, but I do love watching those trailers and the compilations of what they can do in the game. I think it's so good. Anyways, there you have it. 2 games with Azimo, the #1 ranked player. Look at Pure with 10 KOs as well. What an absolute demon. Shout out to Pure. Shout out to Azimo. Yeah, really fun when I played with those guys. Again, absolutely monumental team comp of All For One, Endeavor, and All Might. But to be honest, All Might, Endeavor plus anybody is gonna be a good comp anyway. You know, All Might, Endeavor, Ida is probably gonna have you beating anyone else up in your household if you are, you know, the victim of that. All For One, Endeavor, Mount Lady, probably, you know, gonna give you temporary anger management issues. Again, just those two with anybody makes for a huge challenge to overcome if the players are very competent. So, you know, throw All For One into that mix where you can control the battlefield with this Gamma and stun lock people for very high singular damage and team damage, and you have a lot of stuff going for you. So if you want to get some wins, if you want to be a meta son of a gun, if you just want to make people's day very bad, then yeah, run those three with your pals. And yep, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub if you haven't already. Of course, if you don't want to do any of those, then that is a-okay by me. But if you do want to support the channel, do that stuff and watch the ads too. Shout out again to Pure Evil, shout out again to Azimo. No shout outs to me, I'm a loser. See you guys on the next one.
さもないね。よっ。
エリア変動は完了したぜ。また動くときに
消えてくれ。
敵を見つけたよ。潰そうか。
これよ。
発動する。
別に
何度でも。
生き返る。逃げまで抗うなよ。手を出るよ。やっ。最先端ね。
格の違いを思い知らせてよ。
レベルアップ。
勝負あったな。
とどめよ。
格の違いを思い知らせて。
キロ一人やっつけたわ。
レベルアップ。
チームが勝つのか。全く予測。
飽きてきたな。かき乱す。受けて立つよ。消し飛ばす。
セーフエリアに入っていない奴がいる。敵を見つけたよ。潰そうか。
実に愉快だ。確実な死をもらおう。レベルアップ。飽きてきたな。受けて立つよ。
アイテムボックスが出たぞ。
格の違いを思い知らせて。
アイテムを取りに行くのも一つの手だと思うわ。
まだセーフエリアにいないやつは急げ。
逃げられるかな。実に愉快だ。よっ。邪魔するよ。確実な死を消し飛ばす。飽きてきたな。
けどでは済まんぞ。
実に愉快だ。レベルアップ。
残りはあと3チームだ。この三つどもえのバトルを制するのは一体どいつだ。
俺は誰より強くなる。
おう。
全体通信。敵を発見した。
エリアが動くまであと30秒。
確実な死を
してると飲み込まれちまうぞ。
受けて立つよ。飽きてきたな。実に愉快
格の違いを思い知ら
だ。
せて。
受けて立つよ。
烈火のごとく。蹴られまい。全員セーフエリアに入っている。
確実な死を消し飛ばす。
烈火のごとく。
完璧だよ。
それ追い詰めるわ。
対応できるか
格の
な。
違いを思い知らせてやったぜ。王家を食らえ。格の違いを思い知らせてよ。ここに向かう。いや、思い違いのよう。
ここで白黒はっきり言ってやがれ。
レベルアッ
全体通信。敵を発見した。
プ。よっ。
無駄だ。
いい流れ。逃げられるかな。受けて立つよ。無様にもがけ。確実な死を。
痛くなけりゃ移動し
私はこっちへ向かうわ。
格の違いを思い知らせて。
逃げられるかな。確実な
私はこっちへ向かうわ。
消し飛ば
格の違いを思い知らせて。
敵よ、気をつけて。
慌てふためけ。
死はしない。
ゲームセット。今回のチャンピオンはこいつらだ。
完璧ね。